Okay, baby. We were talking. Oh, baby. She doesn't smoke anymore. She's a side stream smoker, and sometimes she gets it right straight into the lungs. Oh, oh, baby. It's a good Friday for everybody. And somebody keeps commenting shit on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share, and comment on your own time. I'm trying to do a video. We had a big day today. Yeah, Victoria's dad showed up this morning. The stepdanny, she ended up in surgery. It was planned. She's gonna be a real boy. Now, she had something stuck in her, like a surgical hook
that broke
in her
off
face. It
from
broke
the last
off
surgery.
from the last surgery, where she came out looking like Quagmire. And I tried not to say anything about it, but your dad showed up and laughed and said, "You look like Quagmire." I'm like, oh no. And now she's getting this done again, and he shows up today. I'm like, she's gonna have to hear the Quagmire thing again. Oh, it's a funny thing. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Imagine just killing your son to make everybody happy. That's right. So he's here, and I'm like, well, you might recognize I seem pretty sober right now. I mean, I was up at 7, but yeah, I mentioned I got this chainsaw. I said, because we were sitting out there, I said, I think you would know how to start it. I'm telling you, it's not just that I'm a fucking idiot. I mean, I even looked it up and nothing looked right according to the video on whatever the video they have. It didn't seem to match. And the thing, I was out in the backyard scaring the neighbors for 20 minutes, going, plah, 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 never even fired.
Praying that it wouldn't start.
She didn't want me to have this.
It would start.
It came from the same guy as this vest, and I hope if I ever cut my fucking leg off and bleed out that I'm wearing my dad's vest, because it was his chainsaw. Yeah. And so he...
halfway through a Dirty 30 pack gets some fantastic idea of doing some wood carving out of one of the trees in the backyard.
That's how I got Pinocchio's skull that I built, was with drunk and with a skill saw and a drill. Yeah, she knows. Yeah. So I mentioned the chainsaw, and her dad is a guy, he's, you know, if you ever go to therapy because you're mandated by the court of law, and the first thing they say is you look like a real go-getter, I think of her dad. I'm like, I don't look like him at all. And I tell him the truth. Nah, I'm pretty much an underachiever. And it throws off their whole fucking game. They've got a script. But court-appointed therapists, it's just like a court-appointed lawyer. They're not getting paid enough to care. So, yeah, we get up and immediately I was on my second beer. He didn't know that even, because that's one of the tricks of being an alcoholic. You hide it from people.
I can hear open. I knew you had at least 2.
The truth is,
I heard 2 open this morning.
You only hide it from the people that care. Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying, I knew because I heard.
Yeah, it was my second one. And as soon as he jumped up to work on the chainsaws, I looked at him and I said, well, I guess I'm done drinking for the day. And I set down my beer and went and got my Pepsi.
Like a responsible adult?
Wait, no, I didn't even go get the Pepsi at that point. I just put down the beer like a responsible adult, and we tore apart the chainsaw and found out what it is. I've got notes, what I need to be doing with that. and these are things I can take care of, but I didn't want to keep trying to start this damn chainsaw if I didn't have it turned on. The video is not very helpful, but I was right. There was something wrong with it. We can fix it. And so we spent hours, and then once we finished with that one, I said, well, what about this one? There's one that's torn apart in there that I'm like, it's got all the parts, it's got the bar, it's just not hooked up, and the chain's off, because the bar is off. We took that out and tried to get the bar on it, and it turns out it's one of those things like your dad would buy at a auction sale that says all the parts are in there, $1, and somebody just threw a different bar.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Love that.
It's not even the right bar for the chainsaw, but so we worked on that one too. We spent some hours out there doing that. That was good. And then we finished, and I was like, sat down. We sat in the sun out back, and I just grabbed a beer, and then found out we had to go pick stuff up. Oh, but the thing is, during the interim, before that, I should say, I took the spark plug and went to Ace Hardware. They're the helpful hardware people, and got another spark plug. And while I was in there, he had mentioned, geez, if I had my blowtorch, and I'm like, oh, I'm in Ace Hardware. I said to the guy after we found my spark plug right away, I found it. He didn't think we were going to find it. I'm like, isn't that it? And I said, is there anything else I can help you with? I said, nope, in and out. I got to go. And then I said, wait a minute. I said, where are your blowtorches?
Oh my God.
And he said, well, down there and down that way. And I said to him, I did the old man joke. I said, my wife doesn't really want me to have a blowtorch. And he goes, oh, ha, ha, ha. That wasn't funny enough for him quite yet. It was funny enough, but he could use a little bit more. And so I turned around, I'm wearing my desert parka, and I said, you want to know what really burns my ass? And he's like, what? And I picked up my desert parka where I was standing too close to a fire, and I cooked the whole ass end of it off. I said, ha! And he said, ha, 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 ha. And he was very happy. And I said, where's the weed whacker twine? I was running around Ace Hardware. I'm remembering all the things that I'm supposed to get next time I go past one, and you forget every time you get home and go, Jesus, I'm on a weed whacker. Fucking twine. And so yeah, and then after that, started finding out the stepdaddy's going into surgery late. And I said, well, I'm going to be going to get someone. And we went and got the kid. And then we got back, and ooh, I get a call. Gotta get her medicine. The prescription's written. And I was like, and the whole day she's away from me.
Surgery took a lot longer than
It got started later than it would have because of the confounding factors.
It was close to about 3.5, 4 hours.
And
I'm thinking it was only going to be about an hour and a half.
Yeah. She texts me worried. The whole day she's worried about me being too drunk to do anything. But a chainsaw saved the day.
Because I heard... I got a hair in my mouth, I'm sorry.
Got it.
I think they're coming from
that one's for me. I'm gonna get younger in a couple of days because I'm gonna have to lay low.
Yes, well, I knew you were drinking this morning because I heard at least two crack. You know, nothing. I mean, it's normal.
It was over
But then he's
accelerated period of time too, though.
Yeah, let's get the chainsaws out. Let's fix the chainsaws. And I was, oh my god. I'm texting my friend like, oh my gosh, my dad's helping him fix the chainsaw because my dad will get it running.
She texted her
Oh
friend
my
when I was
God.
hanging myself last week.
My dad,
It's like, I'm glad you have somebody to talk to.
like, oh my god. He's climbing a tree. He's trying to hang himself.
Now he's got a chainsaw.
Now he's got the chainsaw running.
And
Then he pulls in the
60
driveway
beers
and he
later.
hops out and he's got a blowtorch. I texted her, I'm like, please pray for us. And then Magdalena.
Miracles do happen.
Yeah.
Magdalena.
Well, Magdalena climbed up on
We
Rojo's.
we should
Yeah, we're out of order.
we should make it clear that Magdalena is the name of our little Edward cat. Our
Magdalena
little
Mora Dolce Dolce.
Mora Doci Doci. Magdalena.
She's sweetie.
And here it's the time of the season for Magdalena. Wow.
Yeah, well, she likes Rojo, the tarantula.
The tarantula.
She,
Rojo Piernas.
She really likes him. So she was standing on top of his enclosure, watching him, and you know she likes to bat at the side of the, the half of the.
I didn't
glass.
know she did that.
Oh yeah, she was just
She
doing it
screws
today.
with them like a kid
Yeah,
in
she
an
always-
aquarium.
yeah,
Don't
she's
tap
always
the
done
fish
that.
tank.
She's always done that. Yeah, well, the crickets were right there apparently, and now we've
She
got
likes the crickets.
free roaming
range.
crickets all over the house.
I've talked about free range crickets, how much Rojo likes them, and now her dad's standing there, and he says, "Is that a cockroach?" And I thought, "Oh no, please let it be a roly-poly thing, you know? Please don't let there be cockroaches in here." And I mean, you deal with fleas, you deal with cockroaches, same amount of work. I dealt with fleas in Kalamazoo at the suite, but because the dirty hippies downstairs and their dirty hippie cat. We look and it's a cricket, and I caught it and I threw it in there. I have it under a thing, but I left it in a bag so she was able to pull the bag and get the crickets. There are crickets, a whole thing of crickets now. She saw it happening, but she doesn't know to distrust her little friend.
So it's been a full day.
So we've got crickets roaming the house now.
Yeah.
It'll be beautiful sleep music.
Caught two of them.
Did we get two?
Well,
I got the one. I
Dad
thought the
saw
second one
two.
was yeah, and I went back for the second one, and it saw me get the first one, so it was no longer there anymore.
Oh, so we only caught one.
Yeah, we got at least 11. You buy them by the dozen, and they just put them in a cup of some sort, and they say, you know, it's like urinalysis. Fill it to this line. So, if you haven't heard from us today, it's because I've been being a decent person. It only goes to show that if I am not being a good person, you will hear from me. I think that I could run for president of the United States. Don't forget to vote.